Good evening everyone, this is Rami over here and I'm making a video tonight about a topic that's pretty serious. It's actually a video I wanted to make for a while now in regards to all of these cases that have been, popping up lately in regards to young people committing suicide or harming themselves due to bullying. I've had a history with bullying, and it's quite a deep history. I'll quickly relate to you my scenario, my story, and what I think is important when it comes to fixing the problem that we have with bullying. First things first, in public school, I was bullied from about year 4 all the way to high school to about year 10. So, I was bullied for a solid 6 to 8 years of my school life, which is a big chunk of it. And this bullying was often verbal, but was also very often physical. There are always just a few offenders in one particular group that would constantly target me, and the things that I went through, it was pretty crazy stuff. I got stabbed with scissors. I had my eyelids glued together with glue. I was punched, often kicked. I was forced into a headlock, taken to the boys' bathroom in the school and forced to lick a urinal. People made fun of me because of my nose. All this crazy stuff that I had to go through every day. And it didn't only, stalk me at public school. The tormentors came with me to high school, and the torment did not end. It was continual. For me, it got so bad that I truanted school, so I didn't go to school in year 9 for about 3 months. Every day I'd go to the library in my school bag, and my parents thought I was at school. I then got a phone call to my home. My dad found out that I didn't go to school for 3 months. He gave me a good slap across the face. I almost got suspended, where I had to explain my scenario and situation. There is a severe lack of education in school on how to deal with certain everyday topics. School teaches us all about English, all about geography, all about maths and science. But one thing that the schools don't teach us is how to develop social skills, how to properly develop skills to survive in this cruel world out there. Because the fact is, it is a cruel world. It is a man-eat-man world. It is absolutely crazy. It's a jungle. And the weak suffer. And if you want to look at it even in terms of, scientifically, it is simply a fact. The strong devour the weak. The weak are at the bottom of the chain. The weak die. The weak suffer. People become immune to caring about the weak. They become the bottom feeders of society. It is a sad fact. We need to wake up. The weak need to stand up for themselves. That standing up for yourself starts at home. It starts with your parents sitting you down, telling you, son, daughter, when you're out there today, you're going to deal with these kinds of people. You're going to deal with people that are going to torment you, push you, test you, abuse you, insult you. You need to learn how to handle this. First thing that they've got to do is report the bullying. Report the bullying to friends, report the bullying to teachers, report the bullying to adults, to parents, report the bullying to the principal, and push hard. Constantly report. You also need to teach them self-defense. And I'm not kidding here, guys. The bullied need to stand up for themselves. Not only mentally, not only with words. The weak need to be prepared to fight and not be afraid to fight. That is a simple fact. If you want to survive out there, you're going to have to fight. I only had possibly 2 to 3 fights in my entire school life, public and high school. 2 to 3 fights. But these fights were what helped me overcome this bullying. It's just you are stuck in this scenario because the bullied are helpless. They are helpless and hopeless because they are told not to fight back. And when they report it to the principals, next to nothing happens, and they're just stuck in this rut where they just have to deal with the bullying. And the thing is, people don't know how to deal with the bullying. People end up killing themselves, self-harm, and getting all these disorders because of the bullying that's happening to them. When I have kids, and this is important for every parent out there, and even for the schools, public education, we need to sit people together and we need to tell our children exactly what to expect in the world out there. There are people that are going to take advantage of you. There are people that are going to test you. They're going to test you in all different ways. And when you do not show a reaction or any resistance, they will continue to test you until you break. That is just how life is. It is cruel, but these bullies are like vultures. They wait behind you and they lurk. They're like hyenas, okay? That is what bullies are like. The thing is, you need to instill fear back into them. You need to fire warning shots. You need to do everything in your power to tell them that you are not going to tolerate or accept this behavior. And when they poke you once, don't let them poke you again. That is it. You need to build a shield around you, get a support system behind you from all different angles, and if worse comes to worse, as a last resort, if you have to fight, fight. That is what I'm telling you. The weak need to stand up for themselves in every way. The first thing is with self-confidence. They need a support system. They need to report everything that is happening, all the bullying. They need to tell people, tell their family, tell their friends, tell the teachers and principal without any shame. If they see that there is no support, there's nothing being done about the bullying, and it is continuing to torment them and causing them this self-hate and self-doubt, and you are in this position where you could literally stand up for yourself and physically fend them off, you're going to have to do it. That is a natural instinct within us. Self-defense is vital in our survival. We've got to do it. And we need to teach our children this. It is just the way it is. It's the way the world works. So my advice to you guys out there, learn from me. It took me up to 7 years to finally grow a pair of kahunas, balls, and stand up to my opponents. You know, I feel that they stole a very vital part of my life, the bullies. They stole years of my education, of my self-worth. And I just wish I had learned the skills earlier, because I did not learn these skills in school. I did not learn these skills at home. I learned these skills all on my own. And it took so many years for them to blend together and finally formulate inside of me, where I had that instinct and desire to do something about this bullying and to end it here and now. And the fact is, the weak need to get themselves out of that position to save themselves. I was weak for so long. I could have turned out so mentally unstable after all the things I went through constantly, all of those years. But the thing is, I overcame it somehow. And I turned out to be, thank God, a decent human being. Not one that is spiteful. You know, I've had these bullies now as adults try and befriend me. Look, I forgive them, but I do not want anything to do with them. I'm the fool for letting them get away with it for so long. And for them stealing a part of my childhood and a part of my upbringing. And for them taking so much knowledge and education out of me. And it's collectively so many people's fault. I just wish the schools taught us more about bullying. I wish our parents gave us more advice and let us know what to expect in the world out there. And I wish that the bullies themselves would self-reflect once in a while. Education, at home, at school, and within yourself. Teach. When I have kids, I'm going to sit them down and I'm going to give them wisdom. I'm going to tell them exactly what to expect in this world. Exactly what to expect. Signs to look out for, what to do, how to handle it. And I'll always let my children know that I'm open to them. And I'm open to them coming to me and informing me of what's going on. and I will teach them all kinds of things to help them survive in this world out there. Because guys, the fact is, there are so many people out there that are haters, that are trolls, that are bullies, and they just feel it's a necessity in their life, but it is not. We do not have to prey on the weak, but at the same time, there shouldn't be any weak people out there. No one needs to be weak. So chin up, strengthen up, build your confidence, get educated, fight the bullies in all kinds of ways, build a support system, and let this end here and now. We need to realize we need to abolish weakness. Weakness is a weakness. There is nothing good in being weak. That's all I want to say, guys. I hope you understood my position. For me, it's a bit, it's a bit personal talking about this. And again, as I said, this isn't all about me, but I can relate to bullying so much because I went through it for a very long number of years. In many ways, shapes, and forms, I hated my school life. But today I'm so happy with how it turned out, considering the position I was in for such a long time, and considering I did most of this on my own. If you need any advice on how to handle bullying, if you need any tips, or if you're in a scenario where you just need some more help or you need someone to talk to, I'm your man, alright? Let me know. Send me a comment, send me a message. I respond. I love responding. I love hearing your comments. And, rest in peace to all those poor people that couldn't handle this behavior and abuse. I personally do not believe that suicide is an easy way out or a fair way out. It is an escape, but it is not confronting the problem. It is escaping and running away from it. That is part of the problem. Peace be upon you all. Take care. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good night. Assalamu alaikum. Goodbye.